The Middle East and gang, nothing could be more different. This is where I sort of take exception with a lot of the approaches that are currently embraced in the country, where they sit down entities as if they're nation states, gangs, and working stuff out. And peacemaking requires conflict, and there is no conflict in gang violence, there's only violence. It's about a lethal absence of hope. So it's a language, it's not about anything. It's pointing beyond itself to the fact that we need to address the undergirding issues. So peacemaking with gangs is a little bit like giving assurances to a lung cancer patient that give me 6 months and I can quiet your cough. And it could work, but it wouldn't help. The patient's going to die because you're not addressing the cancer. So that's the way it works with gangs. The outsider view says, let's sit them down and have them work it out. But that is decidedly an outsider view. Now gang members say, yeah, let's do it. But that's because it's difficult for gang members to self-present in a way that's accurate and honest. And it takes a really long time for gang members to come to terms, is what I call it. So in the meantime, there's a lot of what happens with alcoholics, romancing the drink. That happens with gang members, you know, romancing the drink would be, hey, remember that time, how did we get home that night? You were wearing a lampshade, etc., etc. Ha, ha, ha. What you're not coming to terms with is that your wife left you, your kids hate you, and you're unemployed because of your disease. That's what you're not coming to terms with. And that's part of the task at Homeboy Industries, is to come to terms, redefine who you are in the world, restore something truthful, repair attachment, heal. Then they can go out into the world after having been with us, and the world will throw at them what it will, and it won't topple them. But that's why we don't work with gangs. We work only with gang members. And I refuse to begin a paragraph whose first sentence is the following. Gangs will always be with us, so you might as well have peace treaties, truces, ceasefires. I used to do this in the projects. That was then. I don't regret it. I'd never do it again. It serves the cohesion of the gang. It supplies oxygen to gangs. And nobody in my community wants to begin a paragraph with gangs will always be with us. You don't speak for my community if you begin the paragraph that way. People in my community, which is a hot zone where I live, long for the day when gangs aren't part of the landscape. When gang is not part of the multiple choice for their kid. A, go to college. B, learn a trade. C, join a gang. If you went to my community, which is packed with gang members, and ask every single one who lives there, including the gang members, close your eyes, imagine the community you want for your kid. Okay, you got it? Open your eyes. Were there gangs there? Even the gang members would say no. They won't open their eyes and say, yeah, there were gangs, but they were really getting along with each other. They won't say that. And that's very telling, it seems to me. And so, anyway, that's sort of a thing for me.